Collapse. That's one word you don't want to hear about your financial institution. And over the weekend, it happened at Silicon Valley Bank in California. In the banking world, a collapse is when depositors withdraw their money so fast that debts owed are unable to get paid.
But it's unusual because we've never had banks with such large depositors who could withdraw the money simply by a tap on their phone, or that have gone bankruptcy simply because they invested in U.S. Treasuries.
He says that's the outcome after a history of investments and decisions in the last few years.
Could have set off a problem called systemic risk, where one bank fails, causing more banks to fail, causing more banks to fail.
But Dr. Volkman with the UNO Finance, Banking, and Real Estate Department says since the federal government has taken over the bank, depositors can breathe a little easier, especially since they are insured up to $250,000. But that might not stop you from worrying about the banking industry and how widespread of a problem collapses can be.
There is a great deal of turmoil and uneasiness in the financial markets and in the banking market right now. A number of those foreclosures or closures of those financial institutions has really been driven by a couple of things. One of them is clearly some management questionable management. Also by the fact that a number of these banks have been involved in volatile industry.
He says you probably have nothing to fear at the local level. We're told Nebraska banks are more cautious.
The business model of those banks is very different than what you see at banks in Nebraska. Our banks tend to be very conservative. They are committed to their communities, and they tend to avoid high-risk entities.
Richard Beyer, the president and CEO of Nebraska Bankers Association, says their banks are protected, have strong capital, and are ready to absorb any economic shock. Beyer also says if you have concerns about your money in your bank, then talk to a banker you trust or a financial advisor. Reporting in Omaha, I'm Rose Todd for Fox 42 News.